everyone, I hope you are all doing well. Today's fragrance review is going to be on two fragrances, and these are the Very Valentino by Valentino, and the other one is the Versace Man Eau Fraiche. You might think that it is weird to compare these two scents that are very different from each other, but I will tell you at the end why I chose to compare these two together. So if you are interested in knowing my opinion about these fragrances, please keep watching. And please, I want to remind you that sharing, liking and subscribing would help my channel a lot and would help other people to see my videos and reviews. So I am so thankful for you. So I guess I'm going to start with Very Valentino by Valentino because it was released before the Versace Eau Fraiche. It's a shame that the bottle is not here on the card, the shape of the bottle. I'm going to insert it so that you know what I'm talking about. This fragrance was released in 1999, so it is around the time that Hugo Boss Bottled came out, and you know that Hugo Boss Bottled was very successful. It was an amazing fragrance and many people rushed to buy this one. So I'd suppose that any fragrance that is going to be released after that is going to try to compete with the quality and the scent itself, which all people loved in the Hugo Boss bottle. But to be quite honest, this doesn't live to the expectations. I'm not saying that this fragrance doesn't smell good, but it does have no projection at all. I think if you are after a skin scent and you don't want your fragrances to be loud, this might be a safe choice. They describe this as an oriental fragrance, but I would have to say that this is more aromatic and woody than oriental. I've just sprayed a bit on my wrist, and I will read the description here of this fragrance on the card. This is the subtle blend around refined pipe tobacco, luxurious amber and resounding nutmeg express Valentino's modern seduction. You know what I'm smelling in the opening? It is very clear. It is a lavender scent. There is a bit of coriander as well, and there is nothing citrusy. It is very aromatic. You could instantly know that there is lavender in the mix because the smell is very overwhelming, let's say, and it personally reminded me with air fresheners that are the lavender scent. It is quite perfumey, but I've just sprayed it 2 minutes ago, literally, and it starts to just fade. It is just abandoning this air freshener type of scent, and you would see something like a woodsy component seeping into the scent itself. It is quite pleasant, to be honest, to smell this fragrance, but I would say that this is very similar to a very luxurious, nice soap, or even a very nice smelling shaving cream. It is not an oriental fragrance, it doesn't have any projection, but it is a nice skin scent like your favorite shaving cream. I won't see any point in spending your money on a fragrance like that. This stays on the skin for about 5 hours, but I'm not saying that it starts very loud and then it gradually fades. It just fades within 5 minutes of applying it, and it remains on the skin for about 5-6 hours. But nobody is going to smell it on you unless they just stick their nose on your neck. So this is very disappointing for me. This was the first fragrance that I've tried from Valentino. Yeah, I'm done with that. I'm going to move to the next one. So moving to the other one, and honestly I had very high expectations for this. This is the Versace Man Eau Fraiche. The bottle, of course, is this one. I'm sure that many people know about this fragrance. This is described as an aromatic, tonic, woody fragrance. In my opinion, that's true, but this only applies to the top notes and the base notes. I think you remember that I reviewed the Versace Man a few weeks ago, or probably last week, I can't remember, but this was a very nice fragrance. This is the Eau Fraiche version of it, and this was released in 2006, and I'm going to show you the notes here. It is very citrusy on the top notes. We have white lemon, bergamot and star fruit, as well as some rosewood, and on the base it is a woody musky amber scent. Honestly, what I think this fragrance lacks is the middle notes. I think between the top notes and the base note, the middle is just lost. I think someone made a mistake when they formulated this fragrance, because it starts very loud, very citrusy and zesty and sour to the extent that it might be nauseating a bit for some people. I honestly love it, but I find it a bit too sharp. But then after an hour, it just transforms completely into a very mild, generic, non-existent scent in the middle. As you could see, in the middle it is quite green. It has all the herbs, cedar leaves, clay sage and tarragon, forming a single very mild scent. So it is not spicy, not citrusy anymore, and the base is just like many fragrances that settles into a woody amber dry down on the skin. So to compare this one with the Versace Man, they are quite different in the way they perform. The other one I reviewed last week, it starts as well very fresh and zesty and refreshing, and then it transforms to a very beautiful floral scent that lingers and lingers on the skin. This one starts zesty and citrusy as well, louder than the previous one, but it just instantly disappears after 1 hour. Very surprising transition for this type of fragrance. So in short, I know why people love it, but at the same time, I would understand if someone criticizes this fragrance. I mentioned that I'm going to buy the Versace Man, the original one. I'm going to get the big bottle, but this one didn't get me excited, unfortunately. So actually I've chosen these two fragrances because they compare to other fragrances in my opinion. This one has been released around the time that Hugo Boss Bottled was released, so I was expecting a lot of good stuff from this one, but it did disappoint. And comparing this to original Versace Man, it disappointed as well. So as usual, I hope you enjoyed spending time with me and that you found these two reviews helpful, and I'll see you again very soon next Saturday. Until then, please be safe. Bye!